Okay, sorry. I just got off the webcam with my boyfriend, and I'm like all chipper and stuff, and yay, I'm probably gonna make people puke, but yay, I'm happy. Anyway, so this is vlog number 2. I guess I'll keep going with these things. Um, Change of scenery, my office, my mom's office slash my kind of bedroom. I don't know. This used to be my bedroom before I moved to Arizona, and then like I came back, and it was like Disney's like wannabe art studio. It's like it's all my old artwork that I drew for my mom when I was like 12 years old. It's all Disney stuff. It's like there's the Fox and the Hound. I've got Lilo and Stitch. There's Kid Possible stuff. Yeah, I was into that kind of crap. There's the Aristocrats. There's Simba. There's Dumbo. There's the Disneyland castle, and then like the coaster in California Adventure. It's like all kinds of dumb drawings that I did back in '03 to '05. They're terrible and I hate them, and I hate that she framed them and then decorated my entire room with them, but what can I do? Anyway, so update on the FAFSA, my financial aid that's supposed to be showing up. I called them because they sent me an email saying it had been processed, and I was like, great, I'm going to get my money soon. And I waited like an hour or two, and I kept texting balance to my account, and, kept coming back $0. So I finally called them up, and I told them, hey, I got this email, so when should I expect the money? And she's like, oh, okay, so let's see. Yes, you processed it yesterday. And I'm like, great, when do I get the money? And, nobody will give me this answer. And she's just like, maybe Friday? I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And then she tells me that there's this tab on the website, and it's literally called Where's My Money, which is perfect, I guess. But when I go on the website, it's a non-existent tab, so I think she just told me that to get me off the phone. Whatever. So I'm still without my money. If I owe you money, I'm sorry. I will pay you back eventually. So it was the 3rd week of school. My art teacher still driving me insane, still like a little ninja coming up behind my shoulder, and she doesn't make a whole lot of noise. I think she has like magic shoes or something. But so every time she comes up behind my shoulder, I don't know she's there, and then she starts talking to give me criticism or to say something's good, and she just scares the hell out of me every time she does this. It's driving me insane, and I think if she keeps doing it, I might end up freaking out and punching her in the face. I have been known to do this before. So, but at least she's not telling me, too detailed anymore. She's not actually giving me a whole lot of constructive criticism anymore. She's occasionally telling me, oh, we'll make the nose longer or something like that. But not nearly as much as she's giving my peers, which when I'm the person being drawn, by the way, it's terrible when she comes up and gives them criticism on how to draw me. Because she's like, oh, make the nostrils bigger, or her nose is bigger. It's always something about my nose. And I'm starting to get super self-conscious about my nose. Or my ears. And it's just, like, I'm gonna need plastic surgery after this place. And I've talked to this, like, people in the class, and they're like, yeah, I want Botox now. I hate this class. So, I don't know. It's great. The lady that drew me today, oh my goodness, she's just like her worst critic, but I'm looking at the drawing and it looks just like me. And it's just like, it's creepy how much it looks like me. And she's doing it with charcoal, and charcoal's not the easiest thing to work with. And then, so, yeah, there's my creative writing class. And I'm still getting really confused with him. He's really weird. Like, he gave us some short stories to read over the week. And I read them, and one of them called Strong Horse Tea, very, very disturbing. It's, like, set in, like, probably, like, the 40s or so, whatever, I'm not sure. But, it's when you know, of course, blacks are still being like, you people suck or whatever. You know, it's a racist time. You know, it's just an old time. And so this woman, she's black, she's uneducated, and they have a witch doctor. And the witch doctor's over at her house, and she's trying to help her baby, and blah, blah, blah. And she keeps insisting, no, I want a real doctor. And the entire time they're waiting for the real doctor that's never going to show up. Everybody knows this doctor's never going to show up. So she finally gets desperate and tells the witch doctor help her baby. You know, the baby's got pneumonia. And the witch doctor picks up the baby, and she's like, I know exactly what we need to do. We need some strong horse tea. And so the mom goes out to go get the tea, which turns out to be horse urine, which was the most disturbing thing I've ever read, because she goes and collects the horse urine to feed to her baby. And I'm like, whatever. And then my teacher, you know, we're discussing this story in class, and everybody in the class is just talking about how disturbing and how horrible the story was. And he's like, oh, well, I thought it was a beautiful story about what a desperate mother will do for their child. I'm like, she's feeding her baby horse urine. What the heck is wrong with you? This was a horrible story. So he's really weird. I don't know how much of this I can take. Our short story, the one that we're supposed to write, it's due next week. He made us write a summary on the short story. I'm just rewriting something I wrote back when I was like 14. You know, of course, so it's not very good right now, but I'll make it better. And it's a science fiction, and so I'm taking the science out of the science fiction and just making it a regular fiction. But it's basically this story I wrote back when I was 14 about, it's from one of my books, my science fiction book with Helen and Michael and Stacy and everybody. You know, my laboratory runaway story. And it's set in the third book of the series, and I have it where it's how, you know, Natalie had just died, so it's when James is trying to get Helen to come back out of her shell. So they go on the vacation in the mountains, and then they get separated in the storm, and Helen's all hypothermic and stuff. So I'm doing that. If you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. If not, you know, I'll email it to you if you want to read it. So that's what I'm doing. And I don't know, so far it's kind of hard to do the story because, you know, I've got a lot of my science fiction stuff because Helen's a genetic alteration of human genetics, and like I always kind of described her as like a human weapon for war. It's a really and I only have so much time on the thing that if you want to know, I'll explain it later. But I don't know, I'm getting off topic again. So yeah, that's basically what's going on with school. I don't know what I'm going to do about teachers. I've got wackadoos. So tomorrow I'm going to go see Jeff Dunham. I'm going with my bestie, Nakia, my little sister. I can't wait. This is going to be fun. I guess she got 2 tickets for Christmas, and then she asked me, like, the day of Christmas, like, hey, do you want to go to this? I'm like, duh. So I'm hoping I can get, like, a peanut doll. I don't know, they're probably, like, $50. I don't know. So I probably won't get one, but if I can afford one, which I kind of doubt, I'm gonna try and get one. But, so we're going to go see Jeff Dunham, and I'm hoping it's, like, new jokes, and because I haven't seen new stuff from Jeff Dunham since his Christmas special. You know, Jeff Dunham's the guy with the puppets, and he's the ventriloquist, or whatever, however you say that word. So we're going to go see that. And then on Friday, I'm going to take Valentine's Day pictures with my boyfriend, Sammy. I've got a coupon, and I just emailed him and was like, hey, you want to use this? And he's like, yeah. So, yeah, we'll probably, you know, put that up on Facebook and send it to people. You know, he's got a sister that's he's constantly trying to prove my existence to. So then, and then Saturday, we're going hiking up in Auburn, I guess. And I'm not totally sure where we're going. It's all Sammy's deal, so he'll be my little guide. And then Sunday is, of course, church. And then I don't think I have any other plans other than that from then on. Well, of course, school starts up again on Monday. And blah, 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 blah. So, I guess I'll call that an end. Because I've run out of things to say again. And we're already up at 10 minutes. So, I'll talk to you guys next week or maybe sooner. Leave me a comment. Anything you like, if I've forgotten to talk about stuff, leave me a comment, yell at me, yay, you didn't say something, or whatever. I'll try and mention everything. So, later.